Lindsay sent me this email and I want to get your opinions on this, please. She said, guys, I'd love you to highlight this on the show. Dublin people seem to be obsessed with class and don't want to mix with other classes. I'll give you an example. I'm from Kilmacud, as are all my girlfriends. We were talking last night about guys we wouldn't date, and we all agreed that we wouldn't date a boy who is from a rough area and has a common accent. Is that bad that we think that way? We can't be the only ones, because none of the girls in my class in college would go with boys from areas like Clondalkin or Tala. Are we the only ones who feel this way? If I brought one of these scangers out to meet my mates, I'd be ripped out of it. Please read this out, and that's from a lady called Lindsay. And I'd love to hear from you. 6797104 is our telephone number. James, you're on FM104. How are you, James?
Hello, Adrian. Good evening to you.
No, good evening to you. Now, James, it says on my screen that you would have no interest in...
Working class, let's say.
Working class?
Now, I'm working class through and through.
Right.
Of it.
Okay.
But I just don't go for girls with a flat Dublin accent.
Why?
I just find it's not as attractive. It doesn't sound as nice as you're getting sweet nothings whispered into your ear. It's, you're getting all smoochy and you, come on, let's go for a ride. Doesn't really do it for me.
And, but you're a working class bloke yourself.
I am. I'm proud of it, and I have.
You don't sound overly proud of it now, I have to say.
Of course. Like, my friends are working class. I have female friends who are working class, and I'm fine with them as fine as I would with any other person. It's just when it comes to romance, it doesn't do it for me. I don't know whether it was overexposure or bad experiences as a teenager when you don't really have a choice as who you're going with. It's, people in your locality that you'd be with. And maybe I got put off that experience as a younger man, but definitely puts me off.
Right.
Do I not make sense?
Well, you don't make sense because you say you're working class and proud of it, and in the same breath saying you won't go out with a girl with a flat Dublin accent.
Yeah, that's basically it. Like I have gone out with somebody a few years ago now, but it was one of the reasons. When you get with somebody first, it's their little quirks is what attracts you to them first, and then those are the things that start to drive you mad later on. Well, the accent is there constantly as one of those things that just grates and grates and grates.
Okay, so that's what you find the big turn off is a flat Dublin accent.
Yeah. Now, like my accent, I grew up in Pearse House and Pearse Street and St. Michael's Estate and then in Neilstown, so my accent should probably be flatter than it is. I don't really know how I...
And what, is it that you've made an extra effort?
No, I just think it's because I've read quite a lot.
You've read quite a lot?
Yeah, I think if you...
How would reading make you speak differently?
I think if you learn... I don't think you can say words like anti-disestablishmentarianism with a flat accent. I think it comes easier with...
Well, maybe anti-disestablishmentarianism.
There you go.
It can be done.
Proven wrong.
It can be done. All right, stay there for 1 second. What would you say to people then who believe that sort of attitude is a disgusting snobbery?
I'd agree with them. That it is wrong. I'm discriminating. Like, I could meet somebody, I could be doing myself a service. I could meet a woman that could be absolutely perfect for me, and
just happens to have a flat Dublin accent.
And I might turn her down, and that's my loss,
But you just find it a complete... But stay there for 1 second. Karen, you're on FM104. How are you, Karen?
Hi, there, Adrian.
Why is James annoying you?
James is just... Does he have gobstoppers in his mouth? Because he is as common as muck to me.
All right.
He sounds as he's from second Taller. He works in construction. Or has got his own business or anything, because by his accent, he thinks he has gobstoppers in his mouth. He's as common as muck to me. So,
Well, I'll tell you,
how dare you talk about working class people? Because at the end of the day, you have gobstoppers in your mouth. And actually, James, by the way, what do you work at as a question?
what do I work at as a question? Would you like to form the sentence properly and then ask?
Oh, you patronising swine.
Well, I'm going to ask you now.
Saying that I have gobstoppers in my mouth and she can't even form the sentence.
Sorry, what do you work at?
What do I work at?
Yes.
None of your beeswax.
Because you're probably on the dole. And you're ringing.
I'm on the dole. And what if I am on the dole?
Well, it sounds to me that you are on the dole, because at the end of the day, you've no gobstoppers in your mouth. And how dare you speak about working class people? Because
are you Mrs. Wonka or something? I haven't got gobstoppers. What's this obsession with gobstoppers?
I'm talking about you, talking about working class people. By the sound of your tone and your mouth, I don't think you would have a working class person in your second bed. You would have a scumbag in your bed, because that's the way it's. And you are putting working class people down.
No, I'm not putting working class people down. All I'm saying is that my choice, my preference, as whether it be blonde or brunette or blue eyes or green eyes, is that I prefer this accent. What's so wrong with that? I am working class, and I'm proud of my working class roots.
Well, I'm asking you at the end of the day, what is your working job?
Why does it matter?
Because you're putting working class people down.
I'm not putting anybody down. You're the one that's judging me and attempting to judge me. Even
according to me, you have the same accent as the whole lot of people in Dublin. Are you an airline pilot? You're up in the world. Are you an airline pilot? Are you an accountant? Because to me, by your accent, you don't sound to me as that you're an accountant or an airline pilot.
I'll be whatever you want me to be, baby. Listen, you're the one that's...
You're a dirty pervert. You are a dirty pervert.
Now, can I ask you, James, we're talking about, judging people on the way they speak and whatever. Would this lady Karen interest you at all? It's a straight question.
Yeah, I'm giving you a straight answer. No.
Now, you haven't even seen the girl.
I haven't even seen the girl.
She could be drop-dead gorgeous.
She could be drop-dead gorgeous, and it's got...
I've got
nothing to do with her...
Hang on. I want to hear a description of her. Go on, Karen.
I've got natural curly hair and sort of reddish. Beautiful home, and I have two beautiful kids. But at the end of the day, she would not interest me. End of.
Well, I've got a massive bank account.
I couldn't give a fuck if you had a big dick, to be honest with you, because the way you're speaking about...
I didn't want to go there, but seeing as you mentioned it...
Now, let me ask you. Let me ask you this, Karen. Would you go out with a well, for want of a better description, a posh boy?
Well, I'm from a posh. I'm from a posh area where I don't live
in my hole.
Excuse me.
You're really trying. You're adding at the end of when you have a T. You have a T at the end of the word.
I'm actually from
Excuse me, you. Now that's sorry, but
from a posh area. I went to school in Malahide.
Area.
And
you're really trying. You're really trying. You're not talking in your natural voice now. I can hear that you're really trying to emphasise the T's at the end of your sentence.
I will tell you at the end of the day, I went to school in Malahide. I'm from a posh area. I couldn't live in a posh area, so I had to...
Where are you from? What posh area are you from?
I'm not going to tell you over the phone, because when you tell me where you're from, you probably live next door to me.
I said where I was from. I was from Pierce House, Michael's Estate, Neilstown. That's where I did.
Neilstown? Excuse me, at the end of the day, I'm from second Artane. Right?
Artane's hardly.
School in Malahide, and you're from where? Neilstown, and you've got a big bank account with your big dick and the whole fucking lot. You know what I mean? And then
you know me so well.
You're from Neilstown, and Neilstown, and you mean to say at the end of the day that you can't go out with a double woman? You're from the worst scumbag area as you can.
Listen, you need to open your ears, love, because I'm saying that I choose to be with a girl with a different accent, with a posher accent, if that's the word that you want to use.
Like a Polish accent or something like that.
I think it sounds better.
Well, I'm telling you, you're from Neilstown, yeah?
And I'm not, you're the one that's judging. I'm not judging. I have no right to judge anybody.
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is that that's my
Artane, and I couldn't, and I went to school, I can't afford to live in Artane.
Is Artane a posh area? Is Artane not middle of the road kind of thing? Adrian.
You say that again?
Is Artane not a working class and middle of the road kind of area?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, so how's she saying that it's a posh area, Artane?
I don't know I wouldn't class it posh. It's not a bad area.
No, it's not. It's middle of the road, isn't it?
No, well, sorry, James. Is your name James?
Yes, it is. Pleased to meet you. How are you, love?
I don't live in Artane anymore because I couldn't afford to live in Artane.
Okay, I don't really want to know your life story, can
You wouldn't be interested. Stay there for 1 second. Joe, you're on FM104. How are you, Joe?
How are you?
Now, Joe, you've heard James, you've heard Karen. Can mixing classes work?
They can if they put their minds together.
Well, in other words, it takes a bit of work.
It takes a little bit of work and a little bit of pressure.
Why? Why the pressure?
Well, you just have to go out and do a little bit more work to keep up with the payments, don't you?
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
All right, so you think it does take a bit of work?
Well, I'm from Blanchardstown, Cardiff, Greater Blanchardstown, as they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm with my partner there now the last 23 years. And she's from Dunshaughlin, County Meath, a nice quiet area, as they would call it back in the day. But Dunshaughlin is getting to be a grown-up town.
Hmm.
So everyone in Dunshaughlin, or half the people that used to live in Dublin and now living in Dunshaughlin, Rathout and...
A brief history of Dunshaughlin.
Navan with 2 N's and 2 A's and a D in the middle of it.
Here, stay there for 1 second. Marie, you're on FM104. How are you, Marie?
Hi, Adrian. How are you?
It's James you wanted to talk to, is it?
No, it's actually Karen. I just wanted to ask Karen. Is Karen there?
Karen's there, yeah.
I am, yeah.
Me.
Hiya, Karen. I just wanted to ask you a question. The first thing you said one of the first things you said when you came on was that you'd know by the sound of that man's voice that he was unemployed. He wasn't working. How would you know by someone's voice whether they were working or not?
By the sound of him, because at the end of the day, he can't go out with a Dublin girl and have a flat accent and the whole lot.
You know what? Karen, listen, at the end of the day, it's night. Will you stop saying at the end of the day? We all know it's night time. And I didn't say that. I said that my preference is not that flat Dublin accent for romance. Like, I have lots of friends with that accent. I've grown up with that accent. I love that accent. I think that's proper Dublin.
But you don't want to go out with a girl with that accent or marry a girl with that accent.
Yeah, but why are you putting Dublin people down?
Sound in my ear.
Yeah, but why are you putting Dublin people down when you're from Dublin?
Karen, I'm not putting people down. Will you listen?
Can I get back in there, Adrian?
Go on, Marie, yeah.
I think that's sharp and Karen. I see nothing wrong with either of their accents.
And there isn't anything wrong with somebody's accent.
No, what I'm saying is I cannot say how an accent, if you fell in love with somebody, how their accent, it couldn't work. I think that's a load of crap.
I think that's what I said, Marie, that I'm probably doing myself out of, I could meet Mrs. Wright and she'll have that accent and I mightn't go for the second date,
Well, don't be going out looking for somebody with a flat Dublin accent, or rather that hasn't got a flat Dublin accent. When you meet her, you know it's right. And she'll have well spoken to you by then. And the best of luck to you.
Thanks, Marie.
Now, sorry, who's that on line 2? How do you pronounce that? Oh, it doesn't look like Sharon to me. Lads, written on the screen there, it looks like Sharon. Sharon, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Grand, thanks, Sharon. Now, it's Karen. You're upset with Karen. Why?
I'm upset with Karen because I'm from Neilstown, and the cheek of her to say that like it's a scummy area. Just because people talk the way they talk doesn't mean they're scummy people,
I didn't say they were scum people.
You did. You did.
I did not say.
You did. You said
I did not say that.
It's the most.
I did not say that. Your man told me, whatever his name is, James, he was from Neilstown.
Yeah, and what?
I just said that the people from Neilstown or whatever, they speak with a Dublin accent, and so fucking what at the end of the day? Because
you said you were scumbags.
I did not say they were scumbags.
You come from a scummy area. The cheek of you.
I didn't say a scumbag area because I did not say that. I didn't say that. I said at the end of the day, wherever you come from, it doesn't matter. Your man just said he is not going to go out with a person that has a flat Dublin accent, and he said he was from Neilstown or something like that. That's what I said.
You're all scumbags.
I didn't say scumbags. No, I didn't. No, I didn't say. I did not say scumbags. I did not say scumbags. But at the end of the day,
you come from a nice area yourself.
I did, but I couldn't afford to live there now.
You come from a nice area yourself.
I actually live down the road from you now, so I don't. Yes, I do. So sorry, I live down the road from you, but I'm not going to say where I live. But I live down.
Maybe, yeah.
I'm not going to say where I live now because I can't afford to live where my parents live. But at the end of the day, that fella that's on the phone, he's not gobstoppers in his mouth with a mare.
Now, Jackie, what do you want to say?
I'm from Tala, and I wouldn't date D4 or any of them class of people the way they. I honestly think that the accent that they have is put on.
Oh, it's a real kind of false sort of accent.
Very, very false.
They're trying to be posh.
Exactly. Yeah, like, with the out, they have out, or I don't know, it's a completely different language. I don't know where they got the language from. And with the guys thing, where does the guys come from? Like Dublin people, Ireland, Irish people don't say guys. I think they're more...
Oh, hi guys. Hi, how are you guys?
Exactly. I think they honestly think that they're more American than anything else. Like they're all...
So you find the whole kind of D4 accent, the whole D4 almost persona just so false?
Very, very, very false, yeah.
And stay there for 1 second. Breda, you're on FM104. Hi, Breda.
Oh my word, Adrian. What kind of person is that?
Who, me?
What is your name, Jackie?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go on.
Are you serious? You actually think that people that speak well are fake?
I'm not saying that I'm not...
Sorry, at least I can enunciate, Jackie. I don't think... First of all, it's Tala, not Tala. Okay, learn to speak.
Where are you from? Are you from Tala?
I don't believe that's actually any of your business.
Well then, if you're not from Tala, how can you pronounce it?
I have a young son and 2 daughters, and if any of them came home with anyone who spoke like you, I would not...
Are you for real?
What does that even mean? Sorry, I don't understand that kind of language. What do you mean?
Say as well. So false. I'm talking about the accent. Where are you from?
I don't think that's any of your business.
Well, we're on the radio. I'm not.
I'm definitely not from the same area as you are. Anyway, that's for sure.
Thank God.
Because I wouldn't want to be going into my shops and going around listening to people who speak like you can barely speak.
I can barely speak.
You need lessons. Sorry, you need lessons in elocution.
Can you not understand me? No.
Sorry, what's not?
Can you not understand me?
I can just about understand.
Don't be so smart. Of course you can understand her. That's a stupid thing to be saying.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's all so false.
You know what? You cannot possibly say that people who speak well are false when you can barely speak yourself. I mean, if you went in for a job interview speaking the way you're speaking, you can guarantee you wouldn't get the job. Different class of people can't mix. It's just not. It's not. It doesn't happen.
Karen, what do you...
That's why I rang.
Karen, are you still there?
I am, Adrian. I'm just saying, can I just make a verified fact, right?
A verified fact, okay.
Yeah, that people are saying Tala and whatever, Eddie. What about Coolock and Darndale? Bring that perspective in as well, because they're saying now Tala and whatever. Well, what about Coolock and Darndale and all of them ends as well? People are thinking and judging on. It's just because people that have a double accent that they're from Tala and whatever. What about Coolock, Darndale? Go that far as well. People are not
talking about accents, Karen. We're talking about different classes altogether.
We're talking about different classes. We're talking. No, excuse me.
Lower class people like Jackie just happen to speak like that, and that's the way it is.
Excuse me. We're talking about different, but don't bring Tala into it.
What do you mean, people like Jackie? Speaks like that. I'm from Tala.
No, we're talking about classes, Jackie, and I'm saying lower class people. Exactly, you're from Tala.
I'm not a lower class.
I would class you as being lower class.
Oh, it's getting a bit rough now.
At the end of the day, don't just bring Tala into it.
Yeah, okay, we're not just talking about Tala.
Adrian, can I get in?
Yes, James, yeah. Go on, off you go.
Can I just talk? The lady that has just come on there who has the posh accent.
Breda is her name, yes.
Breda. She may have a posh accent, but she has no class. The way that she was putting down that person, she has...
Sorry, I have no class.
You may be able to talk well. You may be able to enunciate.
I think
you have no class.
Well,
if you
James,
speak to a person like that, if you put somebody down, well, so what? If they go to a job interview, hopefully the person that's interviewing has their mind opened even a little bit that maybe this person with the working class accent
be a
great worker and be there for 50 years.
If I was to go in and I was having a procedure done and I was going into a consultant, if they spoke like Jackie, I wouldn't be staying very long.
Yeah, you see,
more still you. Can you not see where that doesn't make sense?
Do you not understand that this is a discussion about classes, and this is what it comes down to? People that speak
about accent. The accent.
The accent comes.
I've a true Dublin accent.
Breda, if you went onto that, operating theatre, if you went into that operating theatre and heard that accent, would you? And you might go, "Oh, that fella has a working class accent. I don't really want him with a scalpel in his hand near me." Would you not think that maybe this guy has gone through 7 years of medical school and with logic?
I don't care what he's gone through. If he's gone through all these years of medical school, then surely he'd learn to speak properly, James.
Well, why?
I'm not speaking
if that happens.
Is it not?
If that happens, and I go into it for a consultation, and there is somebody who's speaking like Jackie, with a lower class.
I hope you're not a doctor.
Oh my God, she hasn't a clue who I am, obviously.
With a lower class, a flat ugly Dublin accent, and do you know what? It's not even a proper Dublin accent. She's not even speaking properly. Of course, I'm not going to want to give them my business.
I think either way, whether it's snobbery or reverse snobbery, both things are going on here.
But I tell you one thing,
it's not snobbery by any
means. Don't even say where she's from.
This is down to different classes. And there's a difference in class between myself and there's a difference in class between Jackie. And that's just...
No, there's a difference. There's a difference in accent.
I would absolutely not go out socialising with Jackie. Because people from different classes like that, it's a different breed. Where is she being from?
Listen, I said we were talking about like accents and whether you would go out with people or not. And the reason why I choose that accent is because I think it sounds better. But also it's a different background from mine. So getting to know someone, I'd like to learn about their different experiences of growing up and, living on the other side of the fence, and that's the reason why I would.
James, get a grip.
I have a grip.
Oh, listen to her and you know what the other side is like.
Jackie, I'm sorry, I can't really make out a word you're saying.
Hang on a minute, you keep mentioning my name all the time. I came on here and I said,
you are an absolute example of what it is we're discussing. You can't even pronounce your words properly, and the accent comes with the lower class.
Where I was from. You can't even say where you're from.
I'm from the south
side. She doesn't have to. She doesn't have to say where she's from.
I don't have to say where I'm from. The fact is that I've better breathing than you do, Jackie. That's the fact of the matter.
Would you turn me down because of my accent?
If I went in, James, now honestly, if I went in and you were speaking the way you're speaking now, I'd be running for the door, and that's being absolutely honest. Or Jackie, I'd be ordering a taxi to take me away because.
Thanks for your honesty.
Likewise.
It doesn't sound professional. It doesn't.
Likewise.
It lacks As it says, it lacks class. And that
But a lot of people, I have to be honest, Breda, are saying that you lack class because you're so argumentative and whatever. Let me ask you, Breda, would you or have you ever dated somebody with a flat Dublin accent?
No, I have not.
Ever?
Never, no. I
don't know unless you go.
As snobby.
Remind you, James, this conversation started off with you saying you wouldn't either.
I know, yeah.
Sorry, as snobby as this may sound, I don't associate. I just find that there is a lack of class and a lack of intelligence. From my experience through the years working in school.
I could have an intelligent conversation with you now and about whatever subject you want. You know?
It's not just intelligence, James, it's class as well.
And I have class as well, you know?
I do find, and it's proved, throughout the years, it's been proven that with lower class people, this flat Dublin accent does come out.
Yes. I don't think you can...
A lack of being,
it was
being uneducated.
It was the 50th anniversary of Martin Luther King's speech. And when he says, don't judge by the colour of my skin, but the content of my character, I think it's the same. You can't judge somebody by the content of their voice. You have to judge them by the content.
But James, like I said at the start of this conversation, you said you would not want to date a girl with a flat Dublin accent because you just find it yuck.
That's true. But the reason... So
you're judging somebody by the content of their voice?
No, Adrian, no. I prefer the sound of it. I'm not saying I prefer the people. I don't judge. I don't say that's a better person than that. Because they have.
I know, but if a young one come up to you in a club, how are you, James? You're gorgeous, James. You're bleeding massive. You'd run a mile.
No, I'd probably stay for more compliments. Actually, I don't get them very often, Adrian.
Stay there for a second. Jane, you're on FM104. How are you, Jane?
Hi, Adrian. That woman, Breda, is exactly what's wrong with today's world. She is an upright snob.
You actually sound you sound very like her, actually.
If anything, her accent is fake. She is the one that's...
It's not a fake...
Excuse me, can I speak?
It's not a fake accent.
I've listened to you on the radio for the last 15 minutes.
Speak properly.
I have listened to you on the radio for the last 15 minutes. May I have a speak?
Sorry, Breda, let the girl speak. Go on, Jane.
I have heard her so many times, right? It doesn't surprise me. She gets on this radio station acting all high and mighty. Okay, she's putting people down, and it's exactly people like her that's wrong with this world, and why this whole thing of class is so predominant in our society today.
And it is a big problem, isn't it?
Absolutely. Like, I mean, it's terrible to think that it comes down to, you know, you go into a job interview and someone turns up with a flat Dublin accent. Like, it's just terrible to think that's what this country has come to. And it just annoys me when I hear those two people there that you were talking to. Is it James and Karen, or
yes,
the lady from Tala?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they sound the most nicest, intelligent people by talking to them. And they definitely have more class than that Breda one. And it just, I just don't understand.
They don't have more class, though. They don't.
Oh, love, they do. Believe you me.
Well, let me ask you, Jane. You sound well spoken. Would you be interested in dating a bloke who talked like that? You know, how are you, love?
I might. It would depend on other things. You know, his personality, how well he is. You know, how well mannered. You know, just because he might have...
Can I go and meet your ma tonight, Jane? Will you bring me out to meet your ma? Come on.
You know, I just think, you know...
Oh, you're Jane's ma. Are you Jane's ma? Oh, you're lovely, you are. Come on, Jane, tell me the truth.
I would, yeah. I would. I wouldn't put it all down to an accent. You know, I think it's...
Something tells me you're not telling me the truth.
No, honestly.
Same thing.
No, I'm not. No, Adrian, I'm telling you the truth. I definitely wouldn't put it all down to an accent. Most definitely not.
An accent can tell a lot about a person, though, Jane.
They can. Yeah, you're right. But you know, you have to look at.
I see somebody who can't speak properly and speaks in such a flat Dublin accent. I'm only to assume that they are from a lower class part of Dublin.
Yeah, but does that make them any? What's the word I'm trying to use? Does that
significant?
Exactly, and does that make them any better than you?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what, Breda, you're an upright snob. Do you know that? How does that make them better than you?
Oh, they're not.
Are you? Sorry, how does that make you better than them? Tell me. Go on.
Because I'm obviously educated. There's a difference.
Oh, so you can tell by a person's accent or background.
Also, lower class areas tend to bring trouble, so I would be a bit cautious in that respect.
Yeah, they can, but you don't give everyone that label. You don't give everyone from a lower class
labeled like that for no reason.
You know, and just even listen to you, you know, I probably wouldn't even want to, wherever the hell you're from, your accent sounds totally put on.
Not actually put on.
You're giving on the other side of the coin, you're giving people from better class areas a bad name more than the other people from working class areas.
I am merely stating the obvious.
Yes, but do you not realise that there is more to a person than just a bit of an accent? Can you not just
Breda, by the sounds of it, you just can't see past somebody's accent, can you?
Adrian, an accent for me is a big thing. I was working a few years back. I was hiring people. I was in charge of hiring and interviewing. And as soon as somebody came into me with that accent, Adrian, I'd write them off.
That is totally unfair. That's discrimination.
That's shocking to hear.
That's discrimination, Breda.
Sorry, but I'm from experience. I know that people with these accents tend to be more troublesome.
Now, it's interesting, actually, Breda, that you're a regular listener to the programme, and we regularly, this show often gets criticised for having people on the air with flat Dublin accents. But you seem to listen quite regularly.
Well, I like to bring a bit of intelligence to the show because sometimes I think it severely lacks.
You don't bring intelligence at all to the show, my love. You really don't.
Really? Is that what you think you bring to our show?
Believe you me, you don't.
This is I'm talking to the same woman who went to a newspaper to complain about me a few weeks ago. That's the same woman, yeah?
She's living in her own world.
Yeah, I mean, that's beside the point.
No, it's not really beside the point. You went to a newspaper and got them to write an article complaining that I told you to off. Do you not remember that, Breda?
You deserved it, Adrian.
Are we going to go back over this?
No, I just thought it was... I mean, you're entitled to do what you like, but I thought it was pathetic to go to a newspaper about it.
And I'm entitled to call in and be on the radio without being harassed.
You're not being harassed. You're not being harassed.
Well, I feel that...
You're the one that's harassing other people, in fact. You are putting down that woman, saying she couldn't even speak properly. There was absolutely nothing wrong with the way that woman was speaking, and you were saying, "Oh, don't call it hala, it's hala."
There was plenty wrong with the way that woman was speaking.
No, Breda, you are living in a completely different world to the rest of us.
Sorry, Jane.
You really are.
I've worked in a situation where I've had to deal with people and judge people based on first impressions. Of course I'm going to think that about Jackie, because from my experience I do find that people who speak like that come from lower class areas and as a result are more troublesome and are a different breed of people altogether.
Yes, but as I said before, you don't paint everyone with the same brush. You don't give everyone that label. That's totally unfair.
I'm not saying that I'm going to go out in the street now and say, "Oh, you're from the north side, you're insignificant." That's not what I would do. All I'm saying is, if I was going for a consultation in a hospital, or I was going to deal with a lawyer or solicitor, and I went into the offices or to the hospital and somebody started speaking to me in such an accent, I wouldn't stay. I find it unprofessional, and I find that it actually lacks intelligence and class, and that would worry me.
Even if your life was on the line,
especially if my life was on the line, I would go to somebody who I think would be professional and would be intelligent enough to look after me.
And it wouldn't even enter your head the.
Can I just make a statement here? Actually, if you go into most hospitals now, most consultants you'll actually find have Southside accents. No,
or they're foreigners.
Yeah.
Or they're foreigners. It is very rare. I don't think I've even ever really seen one where you go in and it's a North Sider.
Yeah, but at the same time, for you...
That's a ridiculous statement to make, Breda. It's so pathetic, really. How do you know where somebody's from just because of the way they speak? Do you know what I mean? I know people from Malahide.
You know by listening to me, I'm not from Tala or Coolock or Blanchardstown or one of those areas. But you know,
yeah, fine, but I know terribly, terribly posh people who live in Malahide. Terribly posh.
Well, Malahide.
That's on the north side. That's North County Dublin.
It's not as bad as Tala.
Jeez, you have a real hang-up about Tala. Steve-O.
Yep.
How are you, Steve-O? What did you want to say on this?
Oh, that Breda one, she is a headache and a half. The amount of times she's...
No, she's actually... She's a full headache, all right, yeah?
Yeah. What she is she lives in a toaster world. All she is a Pop-Tart. She's a fool. I'm not going to slander her to give your radio station a bit of disgrace there, you know what I mean? But she's a wreck the head. Every time she's on the radio station, says she's going to complain about you. She's a fool.
And Breda.
Radio station, Adrian, I feel that you actually.
Breda, it's very interesting that you're not denying that you actually went to the newspaper over that because.
Why would I deny it, Adrian? I did nothing wrong.
I feel sorry for your children. I really do.
My children are very well looked after. And another thing as well that I noticed
I'm not saying that they're looked after, and that could be their daddy's job.
Another thing with if it's not a class, if the accent thing is not a class, how come whenever I'm
nothing to do with it?
Why are there always certain names associated with certain classes?
At the end, it doesn't matter where they come from.
No, excuse me, sorry. You always have
you're going to deny
the north side and the name Carl or Anto or Nikita.
Or Steve-O. This chap's name is Steve-O.
Just because they play...
Steve-O, sorry. Oh, another north sider.
Most of them are sniffing coke up in Southside, so you can shut your mouth saying...
No, I really think you need to look at your facts.
You need to look where you're living because you're in a cloud of...
in the north side, and it's very different feeling. I mean, commoners in the north side, you don't get that where I am.
There's commoners everywhere you go, love. Doesn't matter if they're posh. It doesn't matter if they're posh. Here, look, it doesn't matter if they're posh or scumbags. A scumbag...
Well, I'm not going to sit here and be patronised by... I'm not going to sit here and be patronised by a teenager, okay?
Yeah, you go feed your child there, will you sap? Do a job for life.
Oh, do you know what? You're just absolutely proving my point about lower class people with their north side accents.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Steve-O?
I'm actually from Meath, would you believe?
Oh, you're from Meath?
Yeah. That's
really?
Funny, isn't it?
It is funny, yeah. What part of Meath are you from?
I'm actually from around Dunshaughlin area.
Around Dunshaughlin. Your family must be from Dublin.
Yes, we are, yeah.
Yeah, I knew that. And
Adrian, sorry, in relation to the papers, I did what I felt was right, and I'm just putting that out there right now.
Reported them.
Yes, I reported them because I did what I felt was right.
Yeah.
I was.
Breda, no publicity is bad publicity, so I didn't give a rat's arse, but I just thought it was pathetic.
The way you treated me was despicably,
you're the very first person who's ever gone to a newspaper to make a complaint about me. I don't care. I love the publicity. I don't mind you getting free publicity, but I just thought it was a bit childish. I just thought you had no sense of humour.
I didn't find it very funny. If you're going to make a joke, try and make a joke that's funny, Adrian.
Okay, let me bring in one last call. Grace Ann, you're on FM104. Hello, Grace Ann.
Hi, how are you?
Grand, thanks, Grace Ann. Now, what did you want to say?
I just want to say one thing to that girl, Breda. I'm from Ballyfermot, and I think I speak fairly well, and she's trying to say that we're a different class.
Sorry, did you just say you're from Ballyfermot and you think you speak fairly well?
Yeah, have you got a problem with that?
Oh my goodness. Do you know what? You're delusional.
I'm delusional.
I don't know whether to laugh or actually feel sorry for you. I really don't know whether to laugh or feel sorry for you.
Are you actually tapped?
Do you know what? Next time I'm doing a hiring job, please come in for an interview. I'll hire you straight away.
And you'd want to cop onto yourself.
Coffee on your leg.
I didn't catch a word of that.
Well, I don't care.
What's care? I don't. Adrian, I'm sorry, but this young girl has just absolutely proved my point here.
Well, no, I think she speaks all right. Let me ask you, not Breda, sorry, Grace Ann, would you ever go out with a posh boy?
Yeah, I would.
You would?
Yeah, there's no problem with him. I have before.
Oh, you have before?
Yeah, so I don't think there's any problem with him, so I don't see why she...
I just ask you a question. In all honesty, Adrian, would you hire her to read the news?
Well, I don't hire people to read news, but...
Well, if you were, would you take her to read your news?
As long as she's honest.
Breda, would you like to... sorry, Grace Ann, would you like to read the news?
Yeah, I to read the news?
Well, I'll tell you, if I was listening to her and she came on reading the news, I'd be switching.
Well, now, Breda, I have to be honest. Breda, I have to be honest. I don't think I'd hire you to read the news either, because I find your
by somebody who holds an
I find your accent very affected. I really do.
Yeah, it's very safe.
Adrian, do you know what? You're just sour over the whole newspaper thing. Get over it.
Breda, I've already said I didn't give a rat's arse. You can give me all the free publicity you like.
It sounds like
Ring the newspapers again tomorrow and complain about me for all I care.
It sounds like you're bitter.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable woman.
Oh, sorry, she's asking her friend there for some words because she's probably forgotten how to say them.
Oh my God, are you for real?
She's actually not. What does that mean? Are you for real? Yes, I am for real.
Yeah, she's not actually asking me. This is our friend Tara. She's not actually asking her to say. She just can't really believe what you're saying. Like, it's just so unreal, the things that you're coming out with, and you think it's actually what's going on.
I'm entitled to my opinion just like you're entitled to yours. Now, yours is delusional to think that you're actually...
Well, that's fine. If you think I'm delusional, that's fine, but I just think what you think is just so shallow. Like, you would actually not go out with a man that could have everything going for him, put his home self, put all of his money into his education, driving a great car.
Properly. It doesn't really say a lot about him now, does it?
No, well, in fairness to himself, if he was after putting himself into college and he has his own car, has his own house, everything else, and can sit and have a great conversation with you and bring you out for dinner, why not?
I couldn't listen. I couldn't sit. Oh, God. I could not sit and have a great conversation with somebody. The accent was just...
You are so shallow. For a woman with 2 kids, you are very shallow.
I have 3 kids and 3 very well-spoken kids.
Oh, fair play to you.
And they're not common, and they don't lack class.
If you out with someone from Tallaght or Ballyfermot, what would you do?
Oh, they wouldn't. No, absolutely not.
That's not their choice. That's not your decision.
No, sorry, no, they know they wouldn't. They know what they should expect in a partner.
What do you mean they know what they should expect? So, like, you expect...
I want them. Sorry, this is the difference between myself and yourself. I've been brought up...
between me and you. Actually, no, there is a difference. There is a difference. I'm not a shallow person.
Know how to respect themselves and how to have class.
Are you trying to tell me I can't respect myself?
Well, you can barely
speak. What you're saying?
Sorry, you can barely hold a conversation. Well, would you not go and learn how to speak properly?
Learn how to speak properly?
Breda.
Well, all right, you're the one that has a fake accent.
Breda.
Yes.
Can I just say to you, I've wanted to say this for weeks, and I now that I know, because I didn't actually know for a fact until you actually admitted it, I just want to tell you to go and yourself. I really do. You're absolutely wrecking my head.
Well,
you're
Adrian,
utterly and utterly wrecking my head.
I decided to leave things.
Breda, seriously, go off.
Adrian.
I've had enough of you. I just can't listen to you anymore, really.
I will be going to the newspapers.
The newspapers won't be interested in you. They've written one article about me. Here, Breda, I'm sick of being in the newspapers this week. I'm sick of being in the newspapers this week. They don't want to know about me. Go on. Good luck. Oh, Jesus. I've wanted to say that for weeks. Adrian, she's raising kids for our future. Narrow-minded little muppets. I dread the future, says that texter. A couple of your texts here. Breda says she would turn the news off if she heard a flat Dublin accent on the news. Yet the ever-popular Dublin accent is heard every night on your fantastic show, and she tunes in. I find that amusing, and actually find it quite amusing myself. I'll ring the papers. Would you go on out of that? I hope for her sake that Breda is self-employed. As an employer, she wouldn't even get shortlisted. Would love to have the opportunity to interview her. I'd have her reaching for her handkerchief in 5 minutes. The opinion of a PhD from Fatima Mansions, says that person. And one last one. Can I just say something? Why on earth is that Southsider even listening to the radio show if she feels so insulted and goes to the bother of going to the newspaper about it? If the show bothers her that much, why is she listening? She's an ignorant pig. She will get nowhere in life being a complete and utter bitch, says that texter. Right. Thank you very much, Lee, for all of your calls, comments, texts and opinions.